So I was denied of a promotion once in my life because I was simply not there yet, but close. And I just need a little bit more cross-functional impact. As the second ever product designer that's in the company and have built out many foundational features from 0 to 1 and have built their design system from scratch, fundamentally change how the team operate and design and build, this comment feels like simply a slap in the face. What hurt the most is I knew I have done the work. And is this one thing that I didn't do that I'm going to share with you? Hi there, my name is Ryan, and today is my birthday. By the time you're watching this video, it's probably already a few weeks, if not later. But around your birthday, especially you are old, you are close to the big 40 in your life, you started to do some reflection on your life. And that's what I did. And that's why I decided to break out from my normal programming and share this deeply personal story with you today. And hopefully you don't make the same mistake. And this mistake is not speaking up for my work. And this is the single biggest costly mistake that I have done in the past 10 years of my career. After this promotion incident, I ended up going into a very dark mental place. Because when someone tells you what you're doing is not impactful, you go to work the next day and you realize, why am I even here? I am not making enough impact. I ended up having so hard of a time. And with some unfortunate personal event happening around the same time, I ended up become extremely burned out. And I wasn't in a good space. I had to simply quit that job that I once loved and take extended career break instead. So not great. And I start to see a pattern of this is actually not just for me. I see it over and over again while mentoring other designers. I see a lot of similar traits from women, introverts, or people of Asian descent. We believe our work would speak for itself. But the truth is, it won't. It didn't for me, and I don't think it would for you. After years, 3 or 5 years of personal reflection, it took a while. I think I can finally see what I couldn't see before. And I make sure that when I am interviewing successful professionals on my podcast, I ask them questions about career and career success. Because that's a topic that's deeply personal for me. And I truly want to figure out what are the secrets, what are the things you need to do to actually help your design career rather than doing yourself disservice. And I want to share 4 insights today. 3 are from my podcast guest and 1 extra one's from yours truly. So the first one is from Tim Yo. He is the author of the book Quiet Achiever and an introverted design leader. So he said something deeply meaningful in our conversation.
Your work is an inanimate object. You made it. It has got no life. If you don't speak up for it, it can't speak up for itself. So if you can shift your mindset and see that when you do speak up about your work, that it's not about you trying to brag about how good you are. That it's really about trying to emphasize and amplify the work. Then it might feel a lot easier because it's no longer about you. It's about the work that you've done that is going to help the people that you're designing for. Now, once you've actually crossed that mental hurdle, then things get a lot easier. Because oftentimes people think about, oh, the only time that I can talk and show off my work is when I'm in a meeting. But really, when you look at the hybrid or the remote ways that we're working today, there are so many different ways that you can actually share your work. You can record a short video of yourself. Hey, this is Ran. I'm product designer from team A. This is design that we worked on this sprint. I wanted to quickly share with you guys to see what you think. We worked on the following features, 1, 2, and 3, where really one feedback is on A, B, and C. Check it out. Here's a link to the design. Keen to hear what you think. They can then watch this video. They can then compile their feedback. When you do this short video of yourself, you just present it once, but people get to watch it many times.
So, what a powerful realization. Your work is an inanimate object. It will simply not speak or speak for itself. So, you have to do that job. And the good thing is you don't have to advertise it in a way that feel inauthentic to you. You can find ways that you feel comfortable and that's true to your ethos, such as the Loom video that was suggested. It's a simple method that will get your work and your voice out there for people to remember. So maybe that's something you want to try. I had a big light bulb moment when I was speaking to Kyle Lambert, the staff designer at Webflow. I talked to him specifically about his big promotion from senior to staff because a lot of seniors are stuck in senior forever. The senior to staff transition is actually really tough. He shared this piece of advice.
Great example. We just had an engineer get promoted to staff at Webflow, and I knew he was trying to get a staff promotion. And I reached out to his manager during this process because I was like, this individual is just going above and beyond what maybe other senior engineers are doing on our team. I just want to articulate what this person is doing and what I see happening, and what has really helped me as a designer take things further. And so I think there's like those building those relationships to have people tell those stories is helpful too. Uh, because, and just telling people, like telling your peers, a lot of times we just like want to tell our manager where we're trying to go. I'm trying to get staff. Tell your engineer friends, tell your other designers, like I'm trying to get promoted. Like, what do you see in me? Help me. That way it's not just this you and your manager piece. That way you can kind of bring people into the fold of your career and your goals. And I think it feels weird, it feels awkward, but when other people know, they can advocate for you and they can give you feedback and help you.
Just imagine if I were able to get the people who slacked me about how much they like my work and how they appreciate this initiative to my manager, I think I will be sitting here today and telling you a very different story, much happier story. So think about being more vocal about your intention and your desire to go to the next level and have allies to help you to achieve that. And the next one is what I think everyone would do, which is to keep a document of all of your accomplishment in one place.
So I have about 6 designers spanning my team with a couple more designers. And so my one-on-one document with them is like a source of truth. So anytime I'm asked like, hey, how is this product team doing? What is this product designer working on? That's where I go. And so if my manager is asking about that, if a designer has filled out the agenda, I can tell them quickly, hey, this is what their priorities are. This is some big wins that team has had. I'm able to evangelize their work a lot more because they're putting all that information readily available for me. And then it's also what we're discussing in our one-on-ones as well. I have found that to be key to really helping your manager also amplify your work.
And then I assume that doc come up with really handy when performance review cycle come
Exactly.
up.
Exactly. It's like an outline that's already created, and you can just go in there and pull out the highlights, and it's ready to go. And so there's no trying to figure out, what did I do 3 months ago? What was the impact? And it also removes recency bias, which is really important during review season as well.
So Alan Jordan from Pinterest shared this simple technique that's going to be your biggest advocate for you in your career. Because you don't have to broadcast your amazing accomplishment for everyone in the company. The most important people that's responsible for you and your career is your manager. So by just keeping this simple document, your manager is able to go back and refer to it during the evaluation period. And that's going to help you to go a long way in terms of getting a promotion. And this idea is just not novel at all. David Huang, who has introduced this concept of a hype doc, is very similar. Put all your accomplishment in one place and share it with your manager. That can serve as your biggest advocate for your impact and the work you've done for the organization. And I want to add one additional one, which is be louder. So what feels extremely loud and braggy and uncomfortable for you as a serial under communicator is barely audible for anyone else. So I spoke about my work, the design system, at multiple engineering all hands. Twice at company-wide all hands in front of everyone in the company. I thought, how much bigger can I be? The answer is unfortunately much bigger. So you have to not only speak about yourself and your work, you have to constantly speak about your work. So I challenge you to redial your loudness scale and allow yourself to broadcast more, take up more space, power posing. And really, your work deserves that. You deserve that airtime and limelight because you have done all the hard work. And for any managers that are watching, please hear me out. You need to be the biggest advocate for your team. Advocate for your direct report. Servant leadership doesn't mean you just lay back and smile. You have to actively noticing disservice behavior from your team member and call it out. Help them notice, help them realize, help them grow. You should be the biggest cheerleader and mentor for your team rather than standing on the other side and tell them they are not enough. Because if they are surprised their work are not deemed impactful, you are half at fault. So if you recognize yourself vaguely in this story, I want you to try something different this week. Schedule a one-on-one if you don't have one already with your manager and list out all the accomplishments that you have this month. Nothing fancy, just bullet points. And notice how you feel. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonate with what I have shared with you, please give this video a like or even share it with a quiet friend that you think needs to hear this. And I also want to thank you for all your support for my YouTube channel lately. I really appreciate all of your support, engagement, and I feel like it's such a blessing to have a platform where I can share my life learnings with more people and we can all support each other. If you have a similar story to share or you have a better tactic that you think more of us can benefit, please leave a comment below. I read every comment. And if you haven't already watched my interview with Tim Yo on the Quiet Achiever, it's right here.